Why play Akali mid lane? Well, she has insane mobility. She's very safe being hard to gank, she can snowball incredibly hard, and she's just incredibly fun to play. However, she is weak at early game, needing levels to have her damage, and she is almost entirely burst damage with very little sustained damage. Akali's passive is after hitting an enemy with an ability, she creates a ring around them and gaining movement speeds toward the ring. Going through this ring makes her next attack have double the range and deal a chunk extra damage. So it's great to break this ring and weave in an auto attack between abilities. Akali's Q is a cone skill shot which deals damage. Enemies hit by the tip of the ability are also slowed. This ability initially costs a massive amount of energy, but as it's leveled up, it can be spammed far more often. Akali's W creates a ring of smoke around her which grants her decaying movement speed. Over the length of the ability, the ring will spread out. While the smoke is active, Akali gains 100 maximum energy, and while inside the smoke, she's invisible. Akali can move around and stay invisible, but she will break invisibility when attacking or using an ability, and will re-enter invisibility after a short time of not taking an action. Akali's E flips her backwards a short distance and throws a shuriken in a straight line skill shot which deals damage and marks the first enemy or smoke cloud hit. If this hits the target, Akali dashes to them, and if it's an enemy, it also deals a large amount of damage. Akali's ultimate has two activations. The first is a point and click ability which causes her to vault over enemy champions, dealing a large amount of damage to all enemies in her path. The second is a straight line skill shot which deals a burst of damage, with the damage increasing the lower the target's health. For combos, a great engage combo is to use E and then follow up with E again, dropping a smoke. From here, use Q into walking out of the ring and auto attacking as many times as possible. A great all-in combo is to use your ultimate into your E, dropping your shroud before using E again. From here, press Q into your second ultimate for a massive amount of burst damage. Of course, following up with auto attacks and other abilities as needed. For matchups, Akali does well into mid laners who need time to scale, easily assassinating them, and she can struggle against lane bullies who can bully her before she comes online. For runes, take this, she procs Conqueror incredibly easily. For build order, start Shield and Pot into tier 2 boots and a rocket belt. After this, a Shadow Flame and Zhonya's are great pickups before finishing a build with any of these as needed. For skill order, start Q then W then E before maxing Q then E then W, taking ult whenever you can. For summon a spell, stick Flash and Ignite. Starting the game, your default playstyle is going to be on hard farming, saving your health and getting as much experience as possible to get you to your level 7 and 9 power spikes. These are great power spikes as each level in Q makes it deal more damage and makes it cheaper to cast, meaning you can use many more. At this point where you do want to be farming hard, you don't want to push your lane too hard. This is so when you hit level 6 you have a ton of room to commit to the fight with your multiple dashes. This said, however, Akali isn't useless before her level 6. If you're able to land an E, you have access to incredibly free trades by going in for massive damage and dropping your smoke bomb. From this position you can easily keep trading with your Qs or simply disengage from the fight. When you hit level 6, now's your time to look for your all-ins. Your all-in combo does silly amounts of damage, and the fact that you start with the ultimate makes it incredibly easy and consistent to pull off. As long as you've got room in your lane to chase them down with all your dashes, you should be able to burst them out. Entering the mid game, your bot lane will come mid, which puts you into a side lane. Push the wave out as far as you can safely while looking to roam and flank onto fights to blow up a squishy. Entering late game team fights, you want to play as the pure assassin. Wait for the fight to start, and after a lot of cooldowns have already been used. Ideally, you want to come onto the side of the fight and then wait for your opportunity to land your ultimate onto one of their carries. If you're able to point and click your ultimate onto one of their carries and then pull off your full insane burst combo, you should be able to instantly delete them from your fight. Rely on your smoke cloud and your Zhonyas to keep yourself safe. This allows your cooldowns to come back up so you can look for the next target.